Hi everybody, how you doing? I keep getting sick recently, and so I wanted to do a quick update and let you guys know that I'm sorry I haven't been around as much. I've been frustrated with a lot of changes at my job. I've been really burned out, even though I don't work there a lot. But I did finally get to talk to my boss the other day, and a lot of the stuff that I'm going through, I was thinking, even though my energy isn't 100% back to where it was, I was thinking, you know what? I look bad. I don't feel great. But I thought this might be helpful for me to video. And forgive me, even though it's like, what, noon? Oh, who knows when you watch this. I'm still kind of groggy. My ADHD is kind of bad. One of the things that I've been good at, so now I'm going to go, let's see, what are the things that I wanted to share with you? I have a few friends who have reached out to me, and I want to apologize to you guys. I am going to individually text people back. I have not been avoiding anybody. And I haven't forgotten about my channel. I was so disappointed and sad because I think I started this channel right when I started studying to renew my license, and I had all these other things going on, and I've been unhappy at work. And so I got to the point that I got sick. I started feeling better. I did know I was going to get sick. Well, I had a feeling I was going to get sick after studying for that month. I really did enjoy making those videos for you guys about the opioid epidemic and other things I was studying, and I would like to do that more. I have a lot of plans for this channel. So many things that I want to do. One of the things, so I apologize to friends. I should have wrote a list. Sorry if this is all over the place because my symptoms are not great. And I thought that this might be helpful to talk about. I'm feeling like ADHD now that it's considered like under the spectrum of neurodiversity. I can definitely see where ADHD is similar to autism in the sense that if you met one person with ADHD, used to be called ADD and ADHD, now it's just all ADHD. If you met one person with ADHD, you've met one person with ADHD or autism or auDHD. In the next few months to a year, I'm going to be sorting through if it's possible that I have both autism and ADHD, and that would help explain some of the symptoms I've had. But in the meantime, I was thinking that this could be a really helpful opportunity since I am just now going to be getting back on track with things that help me with my ADHD. Excuse me, I didn't realize I was a little congested. That I do that with you guys. Because how else am I going to help other people? A lot of the things we struggle with, the average person wouldn't even know. They think, so by the way, this is just coffee with protein powder, so you know what, the sounds, I should be careful. For some reason, when I record, the sounds of things around me come out a lot louder. I was going to say, hey, you want to do a get ready with me? I had a third pink eye infection. Are you bleeping kidding me? Now, it does make sense to me because my vanity table is a hot mess. And the last 2 times I did throw out majority of my cosmetics. And that what ended up happening was, so I got my first, I don't want to take long talking about that. Actually, this might help you too, because if you have ADHD, you're going to be a mess. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I was watching a video the other day. It was a podcast, and I'll find that, and I'll put a link on my page somewhere on my channel. And there's this woman that has a podcast I think she has a podcast in a book. I think it's like ADHD for Badass Women or something like that. My counselor did tell me about her. And she does not have the disorganization that I have. I have it. I have time blindness, and I'm already losing track of what I was going to tell you. So I figured I have to get started with my planner all over again from scratch. I hated planners before. I hated them. I felt like, yes, I know in theory they could be helpful, but to me it just felt stressful that if I didn't meet said criteria I gave myself, like I'm going to do this at this time and this at this time, that I would just, it just gave me a lot of anxiety because I have trouble managing time as it is, and I didn't want to stress out about that too. And eventually, over the last year, I have found a system that worked for me. It might not work for everybody. I did do a video just before I got sick again. Guys, honestly, I think like I'm in some kind of ADHD autism burnout, and it's bothering me. It's bothering me. I used to work 2 days a week on the weekends, and I'm not going to say when I work in case, people who know me, but it's really not important when or where anyway. But I had to change my work days because I have a bad back. A few years ago I hurt my back while I was at another store, and I was on my back for like 6 months and had the physical therapy and all of that, and I'm supposed to still be doing those stretches, and I don't. And they never took an x-ray. And as long as I'm careful with it, I can feel normal, but I'm not as active as I used to be. So health is a thing. So if you have ADHD, if you're like me, I don't know, everyone's different. I'm still learning, which is shocking to me. There's so much more information that I never knew. I can definitely see people with autism and ADHD with poor working memory and poor executive functioning. That's when you get paralyzed by your things to do list and wondering, oh my God, I have so many things that are important. What do I do first? I have no idea. And each individual thing might give you an anxiety attack, because if you think about, and I haven't done a video about that either. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to start. I was thinking that I could do one set of videos that was kind of like ADD school, ADHD school, I don't really know, or boot camp or something. So one of them I wanted to have potential ideas for you, for organizers, organizing systems, planners, share with you different things I've tried, what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me, and be patient because everybody's so different. So some people have ADHD and it's not that bad. It's obviously something that interferes with your life, but it might affect them less so than me. There's other people who have it to the point where you almost feel like you have Alzheimer's. Like your working memory's so bad. You just walk into a room and you don't remember why you went in there. And mine is pretty bad now. I don't know if it's always been that way and somehow I was able to push through it somehow. I'm not really sure because it's been a number of years since I was working full-time or was in school full-time. Yeah. I'm all over the place. But this is why we're here, right? So, and I know I started to talk to you guys about this before. I'm going to have to start making lists of how I want to organize things for you, because I think that will be the most helpful. Oh, I did start to talk about this, and I think it's really important to know. If you've watched to this point, thank you. This might be completely unwatchable, and I haven't even started getting ready yet. What was I going to say? This is so embarrassing. Like I said, this is why we're here. Did I drink water? I did not drink water today. I have not drinking any water today. So, as far as the planners and the different systems, if your ADHD is not that bad, and I end up starting somewhere really small, and I bring people with me who are just learning about ADHD, and I'm like, don't worry, we're going to start small. And you're like, oh, that's basic. That's going to be annoying for you. You're going to be impatient. You're going to want something that's going to work for you, and that's going to seem too slow. Likewise, if it goes the other way, and I start with a more complicated system or something that might help somebody who can take on something like that, if you are someone who's just learning you have ADHD, or if you're like where I'm at now and you're starting from scratch again, and now you have to start all over, and things you've built up to, now you're having symptoms again because you haven't had like a structure to help you with that, that might be overwhelming for you. So both camps, both groups of people, or whatever part of the range of how severe your ADHD is and how it impacts you, just be patient and come back and check. Because if what I work on first isn't where you're at, just hang on. Just hang on. Yeah. There's two main systems that I've used. I have made so many different charts, and I've done that on my own, kind of. So it's ironic that that's one of the things that they say will help. I'm really fortunate that my dad was like super organized. I don't know, for those of you who know Myers-Briggs, and that's like a psychology thing. It's just a temperament sorter. Some people call it a pseudoscience. It's not really a science. It's you're answering a questionnaire about your preferences, introverted versus extroverted, and there's like 4 different categories. And when it's said and done, it's just a tool to help you understand people who are very different from you. And I'm actually really glad that I had learned about that when I was a kid. Both my parents worked at AT&T, and the company, I think this was pretty forward thinking for them. They wanted to, in order, as part of like their things they were doing for their employees, they were trying to help morale, and it's like one of the things they were doing, and it basically helps you understand other people. So there might be people who are like completely different, and you might judge them or they judge you. We think differently. We have different sets of values. We have, how can I make this less rambling? Anyway, my dad's opposite. He's now passed. I miss him very dearly. I was never organized, and he was, very much so. And he had charts and lists for everything. And I thought that that was very clever. And I'm not sure if he's the one that said it or if I've picked it up over the years. You cannot, there's a saying, or maybe it's not a saying. but I'll just say it. You cannot improve something that you don't record or measure. It doesn't have to be perfect. The trick is to find something that works for you. So for my dad, he loved to jog when I was little. And he had like a binder, and he made his own charts, and he would write each day the distance he ran. He had a watch that was measuring his heart rate. This is in the 80s, so that's pretty cool. All the different categories so that he could track his progress. I thought that was awesome. We're never going to be 100%, especially for ADHD people. So it's very important to have a way you can track your good days and your bad days. And I find it really helpful. So if you think back to, if you know anybody who has either had a health problem and who has had to go on a special diet or learn about diet and nutrition for whatever reason, either because they're trying to learn to be healthier or maybe they want to lose weight or whatever it is, one of the tools you can use is called a food diary. And so with the food diary, it's potentially triggering, right? So if you have issues with food, and I'm not talking eating disorders like ED, just in general, if food has been your way to cope, and for me, it is for me. I don't have a weight issue per se, but it does not help my health, and it does not help my brain, and it does not help my ADHD. So periodically I have to fix it. But I'm using this as an analogy. So I should get ready, since I said get ready with me. Oh. Eye infections suck. I was so thorough. I disinfected everything. And it probably wouldn't have even taken much. Just some product. Maybe even like a bottle of lotion or serum I touched. And then I reinfected myself. I don't know. So yeah. What was I saying just now about the systems? Oh. So I'm just forgive me if I'm taking a while. I'm kind of getting over, my energy's been so low for weeks. It's just getting me down, man. It's getting me down. I tried to start like walking every day. I even gave myself like a goal of just a few minutes a day, and the next day I was wiped. And I only walked for like 5 minutes. So bear with me as I start to get better. And my thinking is affected by that too. When you're not feeling good, you can't think straight. So, the food diary thing. So a food journal is just for you to learn about your habits. It's really, really important, your mindset, when you start a new system. And what I'm going to do is this thing is going to turn off. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. So this one is kind of an update. I'm all over the place and I look disgusting. But I know 2 to 3 people that I have met, either as people I've met at work, that I got to know, like customers, and I'll never share people's personal information on here, ever. You can trust me for that, because that's just not right. I wouldn't do it. You definitely want to act in a way in life that you want somebody, how you would want someone to treat you. I think is good. But I know at least 2 people who don't have health insurance right now. And when I went to go to the Minute Clinic at a local pharmacy near me, they don't take my insurance anymore. I literally had to wait for my pink eye to go away by itself. So technically, I don't know I think I'm good. I mean, they look a lot better. They feel a lot better. They're a little dry. I'm afraid to buy eye drops. I'm afraid like I'm going to contaminate them. But yeah, now I'm going to have to call. I live in Massachusetts, so now I have to call Mass Health. And anyone who's dealt with Mass Health, it's a nightmare. So in my state, there has been a lawsuit against Steward Health Organization. And unfortunately with Mass Health, because I don't work very much and I don't have very much of an income, that's what I qualify for. And that's what, within like the last year, they switched me to. I couldn't even get medicine for my pink eye. And then the lady thought it was allergies. I'm like, because I answered a question wrong. It wasn't allergies. It wasn't allergies. I got it from a friend of mine. And one of the times I had it, I gave it to my fiance. It's contagious. It's called pink eye. And so yeah, she wouldn't, and I asked if I could just pay out of pocket just so I could get it. And she said they won't allow me to. I've never heard of that before. How can an insurance company prevent me from paying out of pocket? Isn't it my choice if I pay out of pocket? I can just say I don't have any insurance, which is basically what it's going to be like soon. So all of these things that are like overwhelming that I keep thinking I have to deal with on my own, I thought maybe I should start sharing some of these things with you. It didn't occur to me at first. I think I'm on autopilot. I just want to like keep to myself. I'm overwhelmed with them. I'm not feeling good. It's embarrassing. And I wanted to send something so you guys knew I was all right. Sucks. But I was thinking that I know other people who deal with these things as well. If you don't have ADHD that bad, or your ADHD is more about mood regulation or impatience or impulsiveness, because I don't have the hyperactivity so much. My version of ADHD used to just be called ADD, Attention Deficit Disorder. And so they used to have those two categories. They had Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder and Attention Deficit Disorder. They have since changed it, and I don't remember what year they did that, but they changed it so everything in ADHD, it's all ADHD. And now they split it into 3 categories. Inattentive type, which would be me, space cadet, disorganized, poor working memory. For me, my executive functioning is really bad, to the point that when I'm at my worst stages, when my symptoms are worse and I have to reach out for help, I literally have to put notes everywhere. And I feel like that guy on the, 21st Dates? Is that the name of the movie that has Drew Barrymore and, God, I can't think straight at all. How can I not know his name? This is what I'm talking about. Like the 12-second guy. He talks to you and then 12 seconds later, it's like he forgets everything. I feel like that dude. What is up with that? I know I have Alzheimer's in my family, but I'm a little young. So I figured I can't be the only one, right? That's why I said bear with me, people who are further along. If you're in a stage right now where you've got it managed and you just need a few little things here and there, this might be incredibly boring or frustrating for you. But yeah, it's been pretty bad. As far as, yes, I'm gonna end this right. I can't believe I've been talking to you guys for over 24 minutes. I didn't even get ready yet. I said get ready with me. And that this is a failed to get ready of me. My skin looks terrible. And I don't know if it's safe to wear makeup. I'm not even going to be able to put on eye makeup. God, it's so expensive throwing all your perfume. I mean, oh my God, I think I need to drink a bunch of water. So yeah, my planner is really important, and I haven't been using mine because my old planner ran out of months, and the new one I haven't filled in all the things yet, and then I was sick. So oh, I apologize for all the noise. I forgot that sounds end up being really loud, but I'm trying to catch up on some laundry. I also, like, my phone is full. I'm surprised it's recording me right now. So it's so full that it's not letting me edit some of the videos that I made that I haven't posted yet, because I have to go back and edit them, and it won't let me. So yeah, I have piles of clothes that need to be washed and clutter that I moved in front of my desk, and just thinking about that is just, ugh. I'm overwhelmed. I'm really overwhelmed, guys. My ADD's been bad. It doesn't just interfere. Oh, it's going to cut me off. So I'm going to say bye, and I might start another one. So this one's part 1. And maybe I'll actually get ready in the next one. But I wanted to update you. In the next one, I'll write down a list so I stay more on track. But I'm okay. I'm here. I'm just exhausted. I'm tired. Yesterday I fell into bad habits, and I just fell into my phone and played video games. I missed an appointment. My time blindness was terrible. And I was so embarrassed that